Good evening, everyone. How's everybody? And welcome all of you for those people who just joined us online. And again, welcome all of you guys to this session, 5 to 6 o'clock, which is our normal time and our fixed session for grammar class. And for those people who have joined us recently, this is a language coaching center, Emdad and IELTS, and this is a small initiative to make a big change out there. That's what the purpose of this grammar session is. And my name is Zishan. I'm a teacher at an organization called Emdad and IELTS, and to my right is Emdad sir, and he's our teacher. And the main purpose of this session is to help you guys, even if you're not sitting for any, of course, if you're sitting for any language testing system, this session is beneficial for you. And even if you're not sitting for any language system, just for life and to improve your language and a command or language to be a little bit more proficient in this language, this grammar session is there for you to help you, not only in your reading section, but also for you to improve your writing as well, so that you could write better, so you could write more formally, so you could write a little bit more closer to how native people write, even if it is your formal messages to your boss, to your organization, to your managers, or your formal emails. So that's what the main purpose of this grammar session is. And of course, we don't cover everything in a lot more detail because it's not possible to cover everything in 1 hour. So what we do is we pick and choose, we handpick some important rules that we could benefit from and that we could learn in a far better way. As we know that coming from third world countries, there wasn't enough focus on grammar in our schools, but as we have this opportunity and it is free, and it's a free access to everyone, so you don't have to pay anything whether you are or you are not part of Imdad's PT and IELTS. As long as you like our Facebook page, Imdad's Grammar, you will have those updated link every day. And those links, even if you can't make 5 to 6, it's still okay, because those links are there in that Facebook page forever. You don't have to be there all the time, like 5 to 6. Even if you're at home, you can get access to this link. Yeah, and it's free. Thank you very much, and let's start today's class.
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The link, Tisha didn't tell you the link. There is a particular link you can go every day, and the link is bit.ly/Emdad's Grammar. Yeah, so this is the link you can type every day. If you type that, you will get this. Yeah, 9 minutes today, 9 minutes. Thank you. I thought it's 8. I didn't come yesterday. Yeah? All right. So bit.ly/Emdad's Grammar, and you will see this this page, as you can see. Now we're going to do some grammar rules today. Now this is a collocation. Collocation as well as grammar, in fact, both. Now this is question number 1. There are some birds in Victoria. Yeah, can you read that? So I was thinking, or is it other way around? Okay, now tell me the answer to this question. There are, can you read this? There are some birds in Victoria.
There are some birds in Victoria that indeed still just yet recreate the sounds of axes, saws, and old-fashioned cameras which have not been used in the area for years.
So you have to understand the context first. There are some birds in Victoria in Australia. Victoria is one of the states in Australia. Victoria that dash recreate the sounds of axes, saws, and old-fashioned cameras which have not been used in the area for years. Now, if you're smart, you should know what it means. It means those saws, old-fashioned cameras, axes, they are not in use anymore. Yeah. So, but there are some birds at the moment which can recreate the sound which is not available anymore. How did they learn them? How?
Natural sound.
No, they can like there are some birds like parrots. They can copy, mimic you, like imitate you. Yeah, imitate your sound. The camera shutter sound. How do they know the sounds? It's a unique sound, isn't it? Camera shutter sound. It's not a natural sound. Camera shutter is an artificial sound which can be produced only by clicking on an old camera. Now tell me. So they are copying, mimicking those sounds which they haven't heard firsthand, because those sounds are no longer available at this moment. Now guess what happened? I know the question is about grammar, but I want you to understand the content as well. It's a little interesting topic. Advanced English, not advanced, medium to advanced comprehension skill needed. Forget indeed. What's the meaning? How do you learn something instinctive when you have never been exposed to that? If they have never been exposed to that noise or sound, how do they even produce the sound? How is it possible?
Maybe past generation to different generation.
Exactly, Suleiman. They learn from their fathers, grandfather. They learn from their ancestors. Before they died, they taught them. They used to produce these sounds. Make sense? That's what happened here. So they learned from their forefathers. So the answer here is, now let's talk about the answer here. Forget the content. There are some birds in Victoria that dash recreate the sounds of axes which haven't been used in the area for years. बहुत साल से ये आवाज, ये noise, ऐसे noise आसपास available है भी नहीं है, फिर भी how come they can reproduce them, recreate them so easily? Now there are some birds in Victoria that which indeed recreate the sounds of axes. Indeed means asal mein. Doesn't really make sense. Still recreate the sounds of axes? Looks good, sounds good to me. Like if I say, you know what, he's still waiting for her. Meaning what? The girl is married, he's still waiting for. Meaning what? He's expecting that she will come back, although she will never come back. Yeah, still. Have you heard of the story of a Chinese man who still waits at a particular railway station? Every day he waits because the girl said she will come to the station and never left the station. He lives there. That's his house. It's a news report. It's not a Facebook news, it's a real news, okay? I don't believe Facebook news. You can't verify the source. It's a real news story I read. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I haven't heard. Who's dog? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The dog is still waiting for the master, yeah? He died already, yeah. He waited for his master, yeah. So sad, yeah. So still, meaning something not usual. He's still angry with me. Meaning what? Unexpected. Normally, if it was someone else, maybe they would have calmed down, but he's still angry with me. Are you still running after running? Are you still running in the morning? Meaning what? Normally, I don't expect you. No, not as such should. I don't expect you to run. Are you still eating a balanced diet? Meaning what?
Unexpected.
Normally it's not expected. Is it clear? Or maybe if you live this is a little unusual, or not exactly unusual. I shouldn't say unusual. You can say unexpected. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. It's just I don't expect. It's more than normal, not just normal. It's not normal. Still, meaning you did something in the past and you are still doing it. Meaning they used to recreate and they can still recreate. So the answer is still. Yeah. How about just? That just recreate the sounds of access. No, just doesn't mean now. Just could mean a lot of things. Just could mean only.
Just change.
Yeah. Just normally means only. Just I will buy just the batteries, not the charger. I'll buy just the laptop, not the charger. Just the laptop, not any warranty with it. Something like this. Not an additional warranty. Just. I'll just take your hoodie, not your shirt. Just means only. Sirf tum. Just you.
Just you come चाहिए.
Only you. Last one. In that yet we create. Yet we use yet to talk about negative things. He hasn't yet arrived. They haven't yet scored, or they haven't scored yet. Yet you can put yet after the verb or before the verb. Rahul hasn't got married yet, or Rahul hasn't yet got married. Priti hasn't scored yet. I forgot your name. Nitiksha hasn't bought chocolate for us yet. Thank you, Raj. So the answer yet always normally comes with negative things. Just to talk about only, or sirf, Hindi mein sirf. Still, yes, I'm still hoping that you will score. Suleiman is still single. Thank you, Rahul. So that's it. Indeed is something we use to talk about. And indeed, he is a good man indeed. She is a good teacher indeed. Matlab really, asal mein, really, indeed, in fact, he's a good man. She is a good teacher. They are indeed good players. When we confirm something, सचमुच मैं सोचता हूँ कि I think they are really good people. I think they are good people indeed. I think he is indeed a good man. She is indeed a good teacher. Or she is a good teacher. Indeed, you can put it in the end or in the middle. She is indeed a good teacher, or she is a good teacher. Indeed. Is it clear, everyone? So the best answer here is still, meaning ab bhi ho raha hai kya? Abhi tak. Thank you. Abhi tak ho raha hai. Which is not natural, which is not expected. Let's learn next rule now, rule number 2. It's a collocation cum grammar rule, guys. Let's see if you can do it. The faculty enjoys, Zishan Pado?
The faculty enjoys corresponding, collaborative, combined, common relationships with other departments of arts.
Now, there is a particular faculty they're talking about, and they have some kind of relationships with other departments. Now, what do you understand? If one faculty has some kind of relationship with another faculty or department, and they do something collaboratively. Do you know the term collaboration? Like the Department of Science is producing something in collaboration with Department of Arts. It's a common term. Like Telstra is doing something in collaboration with Optus. Do you know Optus? Yeah. So Telstra and Optus, they are both mobile phone companies. Yeah. So the best answer here is collaborative relationships with other departments. Remember that any business you talk about, You don't say corresponding relationships. You don't say combined relationships. You say collaborative relationships. Collaboration is a business term. It's a collocation for two parties, two groups of people, two scientists. They have the same purpose. They do work. You can say, you can call it a joint project. Joint project. So they do things together, aiming for a common objective. Yes. Now let's do rule number 3. Don't write so much. Just understand it. Okay. Here, common. You can say relationship can be common. You can say common interests. We both have common interests. So I'm interested in having more students in the class, and you also have the same goal in the class. You see, or two parties have a common interest of defeating the third party. So they work collaboratively because they have a common interest of defeating their common enemy. Common enemy. Like enemy is my friend. Like this. Do you believe in this philosophy?
I do.
Very bad man.
Oh, I shouldn't.
Yeah. Do you spend time on your enemies? Do you go to the Facebook page, Facebook wall, and then keep checking how they're doing? Do you have any enemy?
I hardly. Maybe. I don't know. आजकल बहुत मुश्किल से मिलता है.
Yeah. In Australia, if you don't live in Australia, you should know it. In Australia, people don't have many enemies. You know why? They don't have time for enemies. Their life is so busy. Don't get me wrong, in other countries you are busy too, but in Australia it is different. It is completely different. Until you are here, you will have no clue how Australia is. You are so busy, so many things to do on a single day. Go to work, get your kids ready for school, your husband's lunch, and then your work. As soon as you're finished with your work, especially girls of Australia, the girls, most of girls, if you are married, normally the husband doesn't come as a student. Normally it is the wife who comes as a student. Why? Because the husband can work more and earn money, which is a really practical thing to do. If the wife is full-time free, how much can she earn? The husband can earn nearly, sometimes they can earn twice as much as the wife. You know what I mean? So that's what people do. We did the same. My wife came as a student and I was the spouse. And the wife is so busy, study, and then Nati PT preparation. And they have to study, they have to work as well. If they have a kid, kids take a full-time, attention, full-time attention. So it's not easy. So you don't have many enemies in this country. So if you don't love enemies, don't come here. You won't have many.
Still have one here.
Nati PT,
We still have one enemy.
who's that?
An old lady.
Who's the old lady?
We are living in an apartment, so she live there as well. So she always irritate us a lot.
But don't say that. Don't say these things in public. Suppose the lady died,
She is a racist.
and they will come to you. Suleiman, you said in public that you don't like that lady. The lady died, and the police will come to you. Suleiman, say you love the lady.
I really love her.
Good. You love her, okay?
I love whenever she knocks the door.
Yeah, but Suleiman, why does she knock on your door? And what time is it?
Early morning. Early morning, like.
Do you live in the same place?
Yeah, we live together there.
What does she want?
She just asked me complaining about the parking.
Early morning knock, क्यों करते हैं? Late night knock makes sense. Why early morning knock?
Early morning वो जा रही होती है कहीं, I think so. She's
Two young men live there. Late night knock by an old lady, lonely lady, makes sense. But why early morning knock? I'm sorry. Something is wrong for sure. Something is wrong for sure. Okay, oh wow, what a beautiful, guys. This is a beautiful question, and everyone whose target is 8 should know the meaning of this word. Now tell me the answer to number 3. He grew so dash doing up to 40 drawings per day. A painter who can draw 40 paintings, 40 drawings. Now, do you think he's normal or abnormal? A little abnormal. Yeah, because it's not normal. Now, there is a word you have to use. Perceptive, proactive, pedantic, and prolific. The answer is so easy, and proactive. Answer is proactive. Now, if I tell you the meaning of proactive, you will curse yourself. Why did you choose proactive? Proactive means when you do things actively react to something. You're responsible when you reply or when you react responsibly. That's called proactivity. Proactive word, the word proactive means when you react responsibly, not like a silly response, responsible response. That's called proactive. Now, suddenly you saw that you are struggling, to cope with your expenses. You need to work hard, but you got depressed. You stopped going to work, and then you are at home because you see no hope. You see that your response was dumb. When you need more money to survive, should you have stopped working or look for more work? Can you be upset and then, okay, what can I do? I rest my case. Can you rest your case? Can you just say, okay, let's see how it goes. I'm not going to go to work anymore. So that's not called proactive response. So you should have rather started looking for work, more work, weekend work, extra, maybe Uber Eats job, maybe Uber job, maybe here and there, extra couple of $100 every week. And that's called a proactive response. When you go home, your wife is sad, upset, something happened, and she's angry, and you are angry too. That is called irresponsible reaction. That's not proactive response. What should be your response? You measure what's wrong. Something must have happened, and you talk nicely. You try to understand what was really wrong, and then deal with this time. Itna time ho gaya, and deal with this accord. That's called proactive response. Now you look at this word. He grew so proactive, doing up to 40 drawings per day. So drawing 40 paintings a day doesn't mean anything proactive. Proactive, just a little, mutually. Proactive means something you react to something or some person responsibly, which has nothing to do with drawing 40 paintings a day. Doesn't make sense. Perceptive, meaning someone's perception idea, someone's capability of perception is really good. If you can perceive, understand things really well, like comprehension skills. When you comprehend, meaning when you perceive, understand. Suppose in the last sentence when you talked about that Victoria or some birds thing, some birds can still recreate those noise. Some of you didn't understand the meaning. If you did understand, it means your perception of English language or syntax is really good. Perception meaning understanding. Now, do you have to be perceptive to draw 40 paintings a day? Doesn't have to. It doesn't. You don't have to. Pedantic. Pedantic is someone who follows the norms. Pedantic teacher, meaning what? He follows the tradition, convention. It could be in any field. If someone is a pedantic, he's a pedantic parent, meaning what? Very traditional parent in our culture. It could be any culture. Pedantic painter, meaning what? Not a modern painter, like an old-fashioned painter. So pedantic, someone meaning they are, you can say they are a little old-fashioned. They love old rules, regulations. They don't want change. They don't love change. So pedantic. Now, do you think a painter has to be pedantic to draw 40 paintings a day? Now, even if you don't know the meaning of the last word, that's what the right answer is. Why? Because others don't make sense. Now, if I tell you the meaning of prolific, which means prolific is a word which talks about a person who does things, who produces his art, who writes essays, who can write books, who can draw paintings, who can create music in extraordinary large number, meaning not common for everyone. Like a new music director came to Bollywood, and he does the music in 1 week, whole movie music 1 week. So he can produce music for 4 cinemas, 4 movies per week. It's a little amazing. Normally they take about 2 to 3 months time. Yeah, some people are too, they can take up to 6 months. Some people just take 2 weeks, 1 week. So if you can produce a lot of music within a very short time, you are a prolific music director. If you can write a lot within a short time, मैं लिखूंगा 1 page, तुम लिखोगे 10 page, you are a prolific writer. If you are a painter, you can paint 40 paintings, you are a prolific painter. Is it clear, everyone? Could be music, art, anything creative. You can do a lot in number, prolific. Thank you, guys. Give us 1 minute break for iftar. Thank you.
All right. So in sentence number 3, the answer is prolific. Yeah. So he grew so prolific, doing up to 40 drawings per day. Now there is something that I talked about it yesterday as well. That rule we can also learn here. I told you that whenever you have so or to in a sentence, it will immediately be followed by an adjective. Yeah, so prolific, so happy, so disappointed, so pricey, so expensive, so cheap. But can I say so much prolific or so many prolific? I can't say so much or so many prolific. So and to, you have it in the sentence, it will immediately be followed by an adjective. Is it clear, guys? So that's why he grew so prolific. Is it clear, guys? Yeah, that's what we can also learn here as a secondary rule. Thank you.
Thank you, Zishan. Now, excuse me. Now, this is another beautiful grammar rule, guys. Oh, I'm loving these examples. Aren't you? Look at your excitement. Thank you. Now, rule number 4. Astronomers use large space-based telescopes to observe galaxy clusters, those which they are who?
Are the largest structures in the universe.
Think about it, guys. Think about it. Astronomers use large space-based telescopes to observe galaxy clusters. You know, clusters meaning, cluster is like combination of a lot of galaxies together. Cluster. Now, is it a person or thing? Thing means which or they. Yeah, could be those or which. Those are which. They and who eliminated. So even if you don't know the meaning of the whole sentence, which is beautiful, you can still find the answer just learning the grammar rule. And the grammar rule is you cannot use which or that to talk about person, people. Vice versa, you cannot use they or who to talk about things. So we can eliminate they and who, gone, and then those and which. Now one more rule, if you remember, I think in last week on I think Friday or Thursday I taught you this rule, if you remember. If there is a comma and then there is a relative pronoun, like there was a pronoun like those or that, there is a comma. For example, I bought or I've got this glass of water, comma, this is very hot. Can I say I've got this water, comma, this is very hot, or which is very hot? Because I am putting a comma. The sentence is not done yet. But if I say I've got this glass of water, full stop, now I can say this is very hot. But if I want to say in the same sentence, I have to say I've got this glass of water, comma, which is very hot. Is it clear, everyone? So the same rule follows here. Tell me. Because it's in the same sentence. That's it. Answer is which. Now let's talk about the meanings, Ishan. Yeah. Meaning bolun.
So astronomers use large space-based telescope to observe these galaxy clusters, which are the largest structures. So when we say which are the largest structures, so we are not talking about
Galaxy
so
telescopes.
Yeah, we're not talking about telescopes.
Or astronomers.
Yeah, not astronomers. We're talking about galaxy clusters.
I think it's the easy meaning here. There's nothing to learn here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like astronomers use different telescopes to look at different galaxy clusters. So easy, guys. But this sentence is the same as this water example. I've got two glasses. Suppose there are two glasses. Suppose these are two glasses, although I know they are not glasses. But suppose they are two glasses. I've got these two glasses. I've got these two glasses, comma, these are very expensive. Which are, because it's in the same sentence. I've got these two glasses, comma, which are very expensive. I can't say these are. If I say I've got these two glasses, full stop, then I can say these are very expensive. Is it clear? If I don't put a full stop, I can't say these, I have to say which. Again, I've got these two glasses, comma, which are expensive. Now this example is a carbon copy of the example I wrote. But the example I wrote is a little complicated because the topic, look at that, space-based telescopes, astronomers, you know, you even think about Captain Marvel. I mean, complicated topic, you know. You know Captain Marvel, Suleiman? Captain Marvel, you don't know Captain. Do you know Captain Marvel? It's not a movie. Captain Marvel ko jante ho, no? Yeah. Is she a lady or a man? Good. Yes, you know. Suleiman, tell me the capital of India.
Delhi.
Are you telling me or asking me?
Both.
New Delhi, yeah?
Yeah.
Why are you confused?
Because I live in Pakistan.
You live in Pakistan, you don't know the capital of India. Is it because you don't like India? But you like Rahul, don't you? Yeah. Rahul, tell me the capital of Pakistan. Yeah, he knows it. Raj, the capital of Bangladesh. Dhaka. At least you tried. You're nearly there. Yeah, Bangladesh is not a famous country, you should know. But India, Pakistan, historically they are so intimate. So at least they should know there. You shouldn't. You should. That's called general knowledge, isn't it? If I ask you, Preeti, okay, what's the language? What's the language Bangladeshi people speak? French or Spanish? If you say maybe French, it means you have, you know, your knowledge about the world is so limited. Like Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, you don't know, is it a man or a woman? He's a footballer. He is the richest footballer in the world at this moment, I guess, yeah? No, I don't need to know that. I'm doing well. I'm doing all right in my life. You're not. Because don't ignore these things. It's very important because we are all married, or we are all going to get married. Then your kids, you're going to raise your kids. Do you have any idea how many questions your kids ask every day?
More than 20.
And now, do you know there's a particular number? It's more than 100. Do you know that? More than 100. A few hundred questions every day they ask, and that's natural. Why does my son ask me so many questions? This is natural, and this is good. You know, this is good. They want to know. They're inquisitive, and what are you going to say? Then you have to have a Google Assistant like mine. Yeah. Yeah, he keeps asking me so many questions. I have to ask my Google. Then I say, oh, Baba, can I ask Google? Oh, of course, Abu. Go ask Google. He knows I have to ask because I don't know so many things. But I have to know. Then I have my Google ready. Hey, Google, what's the capital of Afghanistan?
She's sleeping. I'm sleeping.
Kabul is the capital of Afghanistan.
I know. She woke up on time. So you see that, and I have to ask Google every. So you know, like which one is the largest state of Australia, the biggest country. He has got so many questions for me. When I go to school with him, sometimes I take him to school. He keeps asking me, Abu, ask me some quiz, ask me some questions. You know, then I make some questions. You know, on the way. Like there are some, like there are some vehicles. There are some like construction vehicles on the left. So I ask him. I make questions so he doesn't get bored. Every day if I ask the same questions, he will get bored. I say, okay, Arish. I can see some construction vehicles on my right. Is it true or false? False on the left. You see, I make questions. I'm just telling you, your kids will keep you so busy. And if they ask you, what language does Bangladeshi people speak? I don't know any Bangladeshi. Then maybe she will come one day to, but mom, Bangladesh and India, we share border next to each other. How come you don't know the language? They speak Bengali. Sorry. Then you see that how embarrassed you will feel? And do you understand that if parents are not well informed, knowledgeable, then they don't look up to you. Look up to you means they don't respect you. And they don't learn from you. And if they consider their teacher smarter than you, very sad for you. Do you know that? When we went to our school to the appointment today, and the teacher was saying, yeah, your son always tells him, my father is attached, my dad is, he's an English teacher too. You know, like he proudly tells him that, yeah, my dad is an English teacher. Yeah, so, you know, all I'm trying to say is you have to learn for your own sake so that you can teach your children. Now haven't you learned from your childhood? If the parents are educated, they also know how to take care of the child's mentality, their psychology. You know, we understand them better if they're more intimate with us. And if they keep asking me questions, I keep ignoring them, and they're only going to go away from us. And in this culture, especially in this culture, they go away very quickly. In our culture, 25 साल में भी बच्चा के पूछता है, dad पैसा दो. This is good in a way. Why? Because still attachment is there. But यहाँ पे 18 साल होने के बाद they will. I'm so worried, you know. What if he gets a girlfriend in 15 and tells me, Dad, I'm worried. And my daughter asks me, Dad, I like that boy. I'm so worried. I pray to Allah, Allah, don't give them any boyfriend and girlfriend. I can't do that, I know. It doesn't work like this, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so you have to know all these nitty-gritties, all these, you know, things that happen in the world. Who's the president of Australia now? Sorry, Prime Minister of Australia, Prime Minister Scott Morrison. Who's the president of the USA?
Donald Trump.
Yeah, everyone knows it because he is an entertainer. He keeps us entertained. He keeps lying. You know, he keeps lying. Do you know that? Yeah. Every time he lies, he doesn't. He talks about. Do you know that he talked about his father, which is a lie too? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not joking. Once he said, my father was born in Germany. Then he said, born in the USA. I forgot, actually, his father was born in USA, I think. Yeah. 4 fathers are from Germany. So you see that? Keep saying all these things, you know. Anyway, so we have to learn a lot. English grammar. English grammar, we know, we're learning English grammar. At the same time, if I think I should tell you something, I will do that because I'm here to help you in every way I can. That's it. Next rule. I'm going to give you the next question, which is this.
Answer is forward. Which?
Yeah, answer is which. I think हमने पहले बोल दिया answer is which. सलमान, आ जाओ तुम अपने बूढ़ी औरत से, क्या बोल रहे थे? वो आ जाओ. Sami made a little progress. Sami made a little progress. You see that? Because his teacher is so happy. See the tone, guys. Because the teacher is happy, the progress has to be a little, not little. Little means sad. Little means it is less than someone's expectation. Yeah? What happened? So how about that, guys? Let me change it. So sad. Why? Because negative tone. Remember the rule. A little, positive. Little, negative. Now, a little means a lot. Sufficient. A little means some. A little means some. The meaning of a little is some. But sufficient for the purpose. Whatever the context is here, like whatever the teacher's expectation was, Sami fulfilled that. Meaning that's why he's happy. He made a little progress. I'm happy with that. Meaning I didn't expect him to do a lot of progress. I expected him to do some progress and he made that. I'm happy with that. But if my expectation was something and he couldn't reach that, fulfill that, then I will say Sami made little progress. Why? Because little means no. Little means no. Remember that. A little, some, more than expectation or as per our expectation. Little means some. Little also means some, but this is nearly zero. Nearly zero. My tone is negative. I'm sad. The person is negative. Okay? Like if I say, Rakesh bought little chocolate, meaning what? Not enough for us too. But actually, he brought a lot of, I can't say a little. A little means some. Ye samne bahut hai. But he brought pizzas, a lot of pizzas. We don't say a little there as well. Why? Because that's enough. I mean, not enough, more than enough. So little and a little is used to talk about some, not many. Some, not many. Some, oh wow, I'm happy with this. A little. Some, very sad. I expected a little more, not this. Although it is some, but I expected a little more. I expected 5 people, only 2 came. There were few people. There were few, not a few, few people. Because my expectation was 5, only 2 came. I'm sad. I thought 5 would come, only 2 came. Kya hoga? I'm so sad. There were few people. I expected 5 and 5 came. We had a few people coming. We had a few people. There were a few people, and I'm kind of happy. See that? Is it clear? A few, positive, happy face. A little, positive, happy face. Few, negative, sad face. Little, negative, sad face. I have little money. I'm so sad. I need more. I have a little money. Not a lot, but I'm quite happy because I don't need a lot either. In this particular context, I'm happy with this money. Meaning, a little money, I'm happy. Zishan has few friends. He's sad or happy? Sad or happy, Rahul?
Has some few friends.
Zishan has few friends. Has few, not a few. Few. Zishan has few friends. Everyone quiet. Rahul bolo. Is he sad or happy? Very good. Zishan has a few friends. Preeti, sad or happy? Kyun? A few means enough. Few means nearly zero. Na ke barabar. Hindi mein na ke barabar. Now let's do this again. Sami made a little progress. This is now look at that. Progress. Happy or sad? Happy, because a little talks about positive things. Can you make notes as well, guys? Very important. And rule number 6. Sami made little progress, and then you have to say, sad or happy? Sad. So remember that tone is very important, very important. Now your daughter needs the 200 ml milk, and you've got the right amount. A little or little?
A little.
because it's enough for the purpose. She needs 200, but you only have 100. Little. Can you say no milk? No, it's little because there is some, but this is not enough for my purpose. So you're going to buy a laptop which cost you $1,000. You have only 500. Little money. Little money. But the money is enough to buy something else. But you want to buy a razor to shave. It's more than you can buy 10 razors. Even 50 razors depending on the brand, depending on the... Make sense? The context wise, laptop के हिसाब से $500 little. Razor के हिसाब से $500 plenty. Not a little, in fact. यहाँ पे match ही नहीं करते example. Because यहाँ पे a lot. It doesn't make sense here. Is it clear, everyone? See, if you understand this context wala example, context wala explanation, inshallah, now you will never make any mistake in your little view. Can I ask you a quiz now about this little of you thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see if you can do it. But why am I getting a feeling that you are all going to fail? No? Okay. Please prove me wrong. Maybe not all, maybe one or two will fail, okay? Suleiman will fail for sure. And I'm also proud of Rahul. He will fail too. Can you both prove me wrong?
I will definitely.
Please prove me wrong. I'll give you a chocolate straight away. Nikalo वहाँ से. Which one देखा? Which one? रहने दो, ये सब big packets. Don't worry. We'll get small Kit Kats from inside.
That's not good.
Prove me right, okay? Prove me wrong. Sorry.
Right.
Number 7. Okay, rule number 7. Yes, Suleiman, your turn. Suleiman, टेंशन में आ गए. अब बोलो, कौन सा पैकेज चाहिए? Yeah, Rahul.
It's right, actually.
Rahul. Same, दोनों भाई भाई. Housemates. Use like a nothing. So ये ले लो, है ना? You are saying I don't have many ideas, and here they are. Meaning here they're meaning what? I've got some ideas. Here they are. They are following. When you say, you know what, I don't have many ideas, take them now. Let's listen to them. If you say, I don't have any books, take some, please. How does it make sense? You say, I've got a few books. Do you want some? हिंदी मतलब है मेरे पास कुछ आइडिया है ही नहीं, ये ले लो, ये सारे आइडियाज तुम ले सकते हो मेरे से. Doesn't make sense. You should rather say मेरे पास कुछ आइडियाज है, वो ये है, वो ये है. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you say whenever you say I've got few ideas to share, let me think and get back to you tomorrow. Should say something like, let me think about something more, maybe I can come up with something tomorrow. I've got few friends. I can share with them everything I want. Does it make sense? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. It does make sense.
I've got few friends. I've got few friends. Let me write it. Let me tell you the answer later. I've got few friends. I can share with them. I can share my feelings with them.
Good.
Now, whenever you say, I've got few friends, the tone is already negative. The listener already knows that you are not happy with the number of friends you've got. Now, then, the listener doesn't expect you to say, I can share my things with them. He rather expects you to say, you know what, I feel lonely, I'm sad, I need more friends, I need to socialize more. Oh, do you want to be my friend? Something like this, not like, I can share my feelings with them. पहले तुम बता रहे हो मेरे पास कोई दोस्त है नहीं पर मैं उनके साथ सब कुछ शेयर कर सकता हूँ। अगर दोस्त है ही नहीं तो तुम किसके साथ शेयर कर रहे हो? You see, got my point? So I've got few ideas. I don't have many ideas, all right? But here they are. No, you rather say, I've got a few ideas, and here they are. I've got a few points to make. I've got a few points to make, and here they are, or they are following. You don't say, I've got few points to make, which means मेरे पास कुछ points हैं ही नहीं, फिर भी ले लो. No, नहीं ले सकते हो. I've got few books. Please take some. पहले बताओ मेरे पास कुछ books है ही नहीं, ले लो. Someone came to you to borrow your IELTS books. I heard that you took IELTS last month. Can you please lend me your books? My friend Shelly came to me last week and she took all of them. Let me check. Maybe I can find. Maybe I can still have some books left. Tone is positive. Positive. Let me check. Then I can give some to you. I can give them to you. Positive tone. But if you say no, I think she took them all. Maybe Maybe she left me with few books. But your tone is, or maybe you don't want to share. You don't want to give those books with her. Give those books to her. So I've got few books. Meaning what? It's a polite way of saying no. I don't want to give it to you, or I don't have any books. Okay, so you have to understand the speaker's purpose here. So now tell me, rule number 7 is, bolo? 7 is wrong, and the correct answer is? A few ideas. And number 8? A few friends. How about this? I've got a few ideas to share with you. So here my tone is what? I've got few ideas to share with you. Let me think and come up with some. Meaning what? I need to think more and come up with some ideas because I virtually have no ideas. Maybe I have 1 or 2, but I consider them na ke barabar, nearly 0. Is it clear, everyone? Remember, the tone is important, and that's what decides whether it's going to be a few or few. Positive a few, negative few. Positive a little, negative little. Okay, happy face a few, a little. Sad face, few, little. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
I know I talk about a lot. I talk about these things a lot, but I also make sure that you will never make any mistakes like this. It's a common Desi mistake. Ask any Desis, they don't know this rule. If you know a Desi who know this rule, 99% of the possibility they are our students. Trust me on this. Desi means Indian. Okay, Indian. If you know any Indian people who know this rule, Indian means, of course, our Indian subcontinent. Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Maldives, Kashmir. Kashmir, alag kyun hai? What do you mean by Kashmir, Zishan? Kashmir is a part of India and Pakistan, yeah? Kashmir also has, Pakistan has Kashmir, India has Kashmir too. Why do you want to talk about these controversial things in the class? When you said Kashmir, you wanted to say Kashmir is a separate country, right? But it is not. You want Azad Kashmir? That's what you're going to be in a big trouble, Zishan. You're going to India next month. I'm joking, yeah. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, then last 2 rules, and then we're gonna be done with today's grammar rule, inshallah, grammar class, inshallah. Last 2 rules. Okay. Oh, such a beautiful grammar rule, and one of our staff makes a mistake. I keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about telling you, but I don't. I just think that I will do it in my grammar session. I keep forgetting it, and luckily, I came across the same example here. So the teacher who is making the mistake will understand it, and I want you to correct immediately. Okay? Okay, guys. It's not. It could be from India, could be from Australia. I don't want to say which branch, but you make this mistake virtually every day. So I want you to correct it, rectify it, and not you guys, my teacher, whoever they know. And now the sentence is this.
Either of the parents.
Now tell me, either of the parents is allowed to visit them. Either of the parents is allowed to visit their children, whatever. Either of the parents is. There is a mistake here. Find the mistake.
Parent. Either of the parent.
Either, no mistake. Of looks good. The, yeah, the is okay. Either of the boys, we already used the. Now it has to be either parent or parents. And the second mistake could be is or are. So let's talk about, think about it. Now, when we say either, remember that either meaning one of two things. One of, either always means one of two things. Can you use either for three things? Now why are you using either with parents? Because mom and dad, two people involved. Whenever you use either and then of, can you not write Nitiksha? Listen to me. Either then of and the noun, then the noun will always be plural, because I'm talking about one out of, like one of the boy or boys, one of my student or students, one of the teacher or teachers. Yeah, clear? So either of the parent or parents. Remember that. Let me make it clear. Parents. How about that? Okay. S is capital, so that you know that S is there. Now tell me another example. Can you not use the phone? Listen to me. One of my students is or are. One of my students is waiting outside or are waiting.
Is
Because
one of
one. Not all, only one. One of the doors is open or are open. Because I'm talking about only one door out of many. So one of the door or doors, because I'm talking about one door out of many, which is why one, then of, then plural noun, but the verb is singular. So one of the cups, there were two cups, two mugs, suppose. One of the mugs is or are? Is. One of the students is or are?
is.
One of my friends has or have?
Has.
Who said have? One of my friends has or have? Because I need a singular noun. The same way. Tell me. Bolo. Why? Because of either or either, both are right anyway. Everyone all done?
Yes, sir.
Now the next rule, we're going to finish it here. But if there is no of, no of, so if there is no of, either parent, either boy, either teacher, either sculpture, either car park, either mug, always singular. Always singular. And as usual, verb has to be singular anyway, because we already know either requires a singular verb. So either boy is or are, either mug is or are, either reception desk is or are, either of the reception desks is or are,
Is.
either of my student or students is or are,
Either of
either of my laptops or
laptops.
laptops is or are,
Is.
either laptop or laptops, either laptop or laptops,
Laptop.
either, no of means singular noun, either laptop is or are.
Is.
So you remember these two rules. Either always requires singular verb. Has, is. Yeah. But if there is any of, plural noun. No off, singular noun. How is that? So either laptop is fine, or either of the laptops is fine. Josh said, I've got 2 toothbrushes. Either of the toothbrushes has or have. Either toothbrush has or have. Good. So either I've got 2 cars. Either car or either cars.
Either car
Either car is or either car are.
is
Either of the car, either of the cars. Either of the. Why aren't you talking? You just came now, yeah? Yeah. What do you look so sleepy? Came from work? Woke up? That's okay. What's your name? Sanam, you're from? Nepal. Yeah. Sanam, I like your name. Sanam is a band in India, right? Famous band in India? Musical band? You don't know Sanam? Musical band? You don't listen to songs? Yeah. They're famous. They're quite famous. Yeah. Yeah. Put some sign there. Yeah. So that's it. That's it for today, inshallah. So 11 grammar rules, maybe roughly 7 or 8. We wrote more sentences than the grammar rules. So I want you all to go home and then revise them and save them, because these rules keep changing. I change this page. I don't keep these rules. For tomorrow, these rules will be all gone. And now how are you going to save them? So my recommendation is copy them and save it in your notes. Which notes? Cloud. How do you go to the cloud? In your dream? How? How do you access your cloud documents? Cloud meaning there are some girls who hardly know some technology, so I have to explain them for you. I'm sorry, girls, if you know it, very good. Now, cloud meaning you're saving them in the internet. Now, iCloud is like only for the iOS people who use Apple. I don't use iOS. As you can see, I don't like Apple. I used to like Apple. I hate them now. It's like after divorce, you don't like your wife anymore. I used to love Apple. I don't like Apple anymore. But I like Android or Chromebook, or I have started liking Linux as well these days. Do you know Linux? Yeah, I'm using Linux for the first time in my life, and I'm enjoying it so much. As you can see, Ubuntu. I'm using Ubuntu, so I'm loving Linux. Beautiful. Anyway, so Linux is an operating system like Windows and Mac OS and Chrome OS. So normally there are 3: Windows, Mac, Chrome, and Linux, and then Chrome. This is the order, I should say, in fact, because in terms of popularity. So anyway, so the point was, I want you to save them all in your notes. Could be iCloud if you use iPhone. Could be Google Doc if you use Android phone. Google Doc, although, can be used in iPhone. Or Google Keep. I like Google Keep to save all my notes. Google Keep is a very light app in Google. Very light, not very heavy. Doesn't take long to load. Very quick. So Google Keep, if you want to save all your notes like this. I love Google Keep. iCloud Notes, Google Keep. I think these are the 2 things I should recommend. Yeah. So save them all so that, and don't save them in different notes. All in one note. Yeah, Emdad's grammar, or grammar Emdad's, however you want to write, so that you can find my grammar rules. Maybe you have multiple sorts of grammar rules from different people, but my rules, you save them separately, so you can go through them. And trust me, you're going to love them when you see them 2 years, 5 years down the road. That you're going to love them. You'll feel so good about grammar. Grammar rules are addictive. If you do that, if you're still not finding interest in grammar, trust me on that, you will find more interest when you start doing it, what I just said. You go through them every day. If you can't go through them every day, at least 2 to 3 times a week, especially on the weekend, you revise them. But if you don't save them when you go home now, they're going to be lost. So take 2 minutes only, copy and paste, and then save them. All done. Don't revise them now. It's okay. At least save them, so whenever you're free, you can just go through them. In the weekend, you're traveling, this and that. Okay, thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you. Now, Rakesh, come here quickly. I want you to say some words for us, and the grammar session ends here. Thank you. Rakesh has got